I just got permabanned. There is no way this just happened. Dude. There is no way this just happened.
Alright, what is up, my fellow Call of Duty Elite Game and Stud Muffin athletes? Welcome back to the channel. Glad you're all here. Hope you're doing well. And I think by BAMs being permanently banned live on stream, can't deny it now, I think that draws to light that all of these people are cheating when it comes to playing Call of Duty for the most part. Maybe not 99.9% all the time, but they definitely have and will in the future cheat, use wall hacks. Maybe not wall hacks because that's too obvious, but soft aimbot definitely, or macros, or VPNs, or something that is against the terms of services or is skirting the rules to gain an advantage when playing Call of Duty. And BAMs, like I said, being caught, permanently banned, proves this. And you may be wondering, how am I coming to this, this conclusion? Well, one, I'm not fucking retarded. So there's that. Two, if we just use Occam's razor and some logic and common sense here, I think it's very easy to determine that these guys are all cheating if you have more than two brain cells to rub together to actually become and make an idea. And this is my conclusion, because if you look at all these guys who get banned for using aimbot, okay? If you look at everyone who's ever had any kind of suspect gameplay and has been perma-banned or shadow banned, like, oh yeah, forget it, go any further. I forgot to mention something here. I want to mention this as well. All these guys catching bans right now is exactly correlating at the same time that Ricochet has increased and improved their anti-cheat system. I don't know if you know that, but I wanted to put that out there before going any further, and I might have forgotten to mention that earlier in other videos, but they have, to repeat, Ricochet, the anti-cheat for Call of Duty, has been cranked up, has been fine-tuned, has been increased, and a lot of people are catching bans right now. So do you think it's coincidence that BAM has just been busted and permabanned for cheating? Also, pay close attention to people who have all of a sudden decided to, I'm just going to take a break from Call of Duty for now, just going to take a little relax. I need some mental health time. I just need to rest and recuperate and regenerate my desire to play Call of Duty. If you know anyone doing that right now, that is a red flag that something is up. My point is, Occam's razor, the most illogical, easiest answer is usually the correct one, the one that requires the least amount of finagling or mental gymnastics to reach a conclusion, is usually the correct conclusion. And when you see all these Call of Duty dudes, all these gameplay movement gods, and all their gameplay looks the same. Their aim looks like as if it's just too good to be true, and when their gameplay looks just like people who have been banned or shadow banned accidentally, yeah, okay, like these other guys, I would make the conclusion that they're all cheating then. When something looks too good to be true, I think it is. And when you have these dudes, to repeat myself, to make the point very clear, guys like BAMs and other FaZe Diffles and all these other dudes who have been permanently banned or have caught shadow bans or have questionable things happen to their account, and their gameplay looks just like those who haven't been busted yet, like ZLANER or JOEWO or SYMFUHNY or any of these gameplay gods or any of these guys who are known to have elite gameplay, I would say that they're all cheating. They all stand to make so much money and gain so much by being good at a video game. I see it as a logical conclusion that a lot of them would take the route to cheat to be good at Call of Duty to gain financial success. It's like the Olympics. Did you know that 90+% of Olympic athletes, or the top elite ones that actually do well, are all doping? Or like the Tour de France, where every single one of them is using steroids or blood doping to gain an advantage. Every single one. It's just Lance Armstrong was the one that got caught. When they tried to give out an award for the people in the Tour de France, or give out, I guess, the yellow vest and make the champion, where they could find someone who wasn't blood doping, they had to go down like the top 40 or 50 spots and give it to one guy, like, I don't know, down the 49th spot who had clean blood. And gaming would be no different. Instead of using PEDs, performance-enhancing drugs, which they do. I mean, the drug is not illegal, but like, you know, a lot of them will use Adderall or G Fuel or caffeine or stimulants in some way to try to make them zone in, which is a drug. Caffeine's a drug. I mean, it is a drug. It's just, it's a legalized one and seems to have no bad side effects for most people. It makes perfect sense for these guys to be using some kind of cheats or hacks or some kind of, you know, people don't want to say this as well, VPNs, reverse boosted into lobbies with to certain vent and side skirt the skill-based matchmaking so they get easy gameplays. I mean, maybe they're using all of the above. And I will say this too about people people using VPNs, and like people will say,
Oh, well, you know what? It's totally okay because the skill-based matchmaking sucks so bad that, you know what? Like, yeah, screw Activision. I'm going to use my VPN.
which is bullshit as well, because the VPN lobbies these guys get into is just ruining the gameplay and gaming experience for just regular people who want to play the game and not have to deal with super duper sweaty scrubs who are using aimbot as well. Like, when you see guys dropping 70 kill games, they cheated to get that. Whether they're using aimbot or not, whether they're using macros, you may not know what macros are. How COD Modern Warfare macros works. Macro is a list of commands that perform specific actions and automate things. For us, it means that macros will contain commands for mouse. For example, move cursor in given timeline. In-game macro can make your weapon shoot faster, reduce recoil, and automate many multi-key functions, i.e. cheat, or as well, you can plug your controller in and do all kinds of other things that can give you a quicker advantage and better response with aiming. There's all kinds of cheating ass bullshit these people do to give themselves an advantage, whether it be legit or illegit or unlegitimate or fake or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Just flat out, let's just keep it real, cheating. But the VPN is pretty funny, and these guys complaining about stacking now. Have you heard about that? The stacking, all these fatherless assholes out here talking about stacking when they're playing Rebirth Island. They go into like the quad game mode as a solo and try to drop when they're, they're VPN into it, like they're reverse boosting lobbies or VPN, and they're getting into these illegitimate lobbies that they shouldn't be allowed into against people who aren't good at the game. And then they start crying and complaining about people stacking, which is another word for teams, playing as a team against a solo idiot going in there thinking he's going to take on 4 guys, and he gets mad because the 4 guys are playing together as a team and killing him as a solo. Like, the Call of Duty community at this point is beyond pathetic for, like, the people who are streamers and the people who idolize or watch these streamers or look up to them or think they're good at gaming are nothing more than just a cancer for people who just want to play a video game and have fun. They don't have to be some 40-year-old boomer. Oh my god, that's what they love to say all the time. You're just nothing but a 40-year-old father boomer too trying to play a video game, and I'm just you're an old head with a horrible take. It's like, no, you're a young ass bitch who takes Call of Duty seriously like it's a sport because you have low self-esteem because your father left you to go get the milk and never came back, and now you got to dip your cookies in water.
Boom. Roasted.
And these assholes taking this thing seriously when it's just a form of entertainment. Like, gaming is like watching TV. It's not a sport. It's only a sport because you've been tricked into thinking it's competitive because organizations and companies have tried to phase it that way, no pun intended, so that you think it's actually like, oh, a sport, so they can make money off your dumbasses. That's why. You understand that, right? You understand esports is nothing more than just a money grab, turning a game and entertainment like watching TV or movies or playing pinball into a sport so the corporations can make money off of people. That's all it is, right? You do understand that. You've all been tricked into thinking gaming is important when it's just entertainment. Of course you want to do well, but these guys take doing well to the point where they're using VPNs to get into, low skill-based matchmaking lobbies, using wall hacks, using macros, using Cronus Zens, using actual, aimbots and hacks downloaded on their computers from third parties. It's absolutely just ridiculous and bullshit where the Call of Duty community is right now. Long story short is that all these guys are cheating because people who get caught for cheating, their gameplay looks like dudes who say they're not cheating, is a long story short. End of the video. That's my point. Thank you for watching. I'm the Ghost of 8. Last but not least, you better subscribe and smash that like button or you're going to get hit by a car. Peace.